Okay, so welcome to this week's craft and chat. I nearly said card and a cuppa. Don't know why, but anyway. So this is the card design for today, and it's called a spanner card. I couldn't figure out to start off why it was called a spanner card, but then I realised actually because you've got a piece that's spanning these two pieces at the top. So actually, it's made out of one standard card with a bit of extra stuff. So it's relatively easy to make. So that's what my sample looks like. So we're going to start off with our base colour. And I've got some Night of Navy, she says, and she doesn't. I don't think there's my trimmer there. Okay, so we're just going to make a standard base card. So A4 sheet, cut in half on the long side at 14.9 or thereabouts. Okay. And then turn it and score it on the new long side at 10.5 centimetres. Give that a really good burnish. Okay. Yeah. So open up the card, work out which bit of yours, which bit is the front. You're with me so far?
Yep.
And what you want to do, you want to put the right hand edge at the top at 3 centimetres. Make sure it's all lined up with 3 centimetres. And then you're either going to cut down from the top or from the middle, but you're only basically going to cut the 3 centimetre piece going up here. Does that make sense?
Nope.
Okay, so you've got your short edge on your 3 centimetre mark.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then using your cutting blade, start it in the middle on that score line and just take it straight up.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So you've now got a piece that's like that. And then you're going to do exactly the same thing on the other end. So you're going to end up with 2 of these flaps. So I'm going to use the other end of my other side of my trimmer. And again, I'm going to take it from the middle up. So you're going to end up with bits like that. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And then with what's left of your Night of Navy, you're going to cut a strip, which is, so this should be the same length. This piece here should be the same height as your card. And all you need to do is cut a 3 centimetre strip. So it's 3 centimetres by 14.9. So that's the bit that's going to span from top to bottom. Where you put this is really up to you. So I put mine in the centre, but you can, if you want to, put it to one side. Anyway, so you want to put those bits to one side for the time being, and you want to bring in your second colour. I'm just going to cut this in half, because I only need half.
Can you just show us your base card again, Fiona, that you just cut, just to make sure I've got the right?
So you've basically got...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got one larger piece in the middle, and then you've got 2 strips, one top, one bottom.
Yeah.
And those 2 should be equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got another one that you've just cut, which is going to sit on it in a minute once we've decorated it all.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yep.
So with your second colour, first of all, you're going to need 2 pieces which are 2.5 centimetres by 10 centimetres. I'm just going to cut 2.5 to start off with and then cut them down to 10. So you have 2 of those. Okay. You also want 2 lots of 2.5 by 14.4. No, sorry, 1 lot of 2.5 by 14.4. That. And then you also need 2 lots of 8.5 by 10. I'm not going to get 2 of them out of here. Oh, right. No, I won't. So I will have to cut into the other piece. 8.5 by 10. And you want 2 of those. So you all with me on all this cutting?
Yeah.
So in your second colour, you should have 2 pieces that are 8.5 by 10. You should have 1 long strip, which is 2.5 by 14.4, and then 2 lots of 2.5 by 10. So you've got 5 pieces in your second colour. Yeah.
Yep.
So those can go to one side. Well, actually, I'll show you where they're going to go, and you can actually, maybe we should glue them on now. Let's just move that trimmer out the way for a second. So your 2 shorter strips, you're going to have 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom. Yep. You have 1 of the sort of larger rectangles that's going to go on that centerpiece, and you're going to have this other strip on that piece. And this bit's to go on the inside, and we're not going to glue it on yet. Okay?
Yep.
Oh, someone making a cocktail?
Oh no, sorry, I was just stirring my drink. I just fancied a hot chocolate with some Baileys in it.
Hot
Oh,
chocolate.
sounds good.
Sounds good,
I don't
yes.
know why.
But
I just fancied it. I know it's hot, but
well, let's face it, we're all mad enough to be drinking tea in the heat, so, and coffee.
I was going to say, speak for yourself.
I just corrected myself to
Yep.
include you, Trisha.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Never weather for drinking tea in my book.
I'm not a tea person.
Just put this piece on. That middle bit. so. So that's those 3 pieces fixed on the front of the card. This 4th bit's going to go on here. So that's that. Okay.
Mhm.
Are you all with me, or are you still sticking?
Nope, done.
I'm
Okay.
with you.
Right. So the next thing we need to cut is our paper, our patterned paper. So we have 2, 3, 4 pieces to cut. So we have 1 piece to go on here, 1 on there, 1 on there, and then 1 on this strip. It's up to you. You can have them all the same, or you can do that one, that one, that one the same, and that one different. It's really up to you. You just need to remember what is going to be the width and what's going to be the height, especially if you've got something that is got words on it or something like that. So we're going to need 2 pieces for here and here, which are going to measure 2 centimeters by 9.5. So it's 2 centimeters the height, 9.5 the width. Do we only need 2 centimeters?
Oh, hang on. Oh, really?
So those are the 2 pieces that are going to go on here and there.
Sorry, I'm running a bit slow.
All right.
So 9.5 widths and then 2.
So it's 2 by 9.5. So it's 2 centimeters tall, 9.5 wide. Okay, so once you've done those, you want a piece that is 2 centimeters wide by 13.9 tall, because that's the piece that's going to go here on this one. So 2 by 13.9. I've just thrown the paper on the floor. And it can stay there because it's not going to go any further. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last piece of paper that you want to cut is going to be for here. So as I said, you can use exactly the same design, or you can have it completely different. And that is going to be 9.5 centimeters wide by 8 centimeters tall. Well, I think I might change mine. big enough. Use up some of my scrap. Okay, I'll use that. As I said, it needs to be 8 by 9.5. Mine's non-directional, so I'm okay.
So's mine. I've learnt to do that nowadays.
So that's going to go on that bit there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and then the last thing you need to cut is the piece of white or vanilla that you want to go on the inside. So that's going to be exactly the same size as that piece of patterned paper that we just cut. So it's going to be 8 by 9.5. And that is all the cutting that we need to do. Unless you want to use some patterned paper to decorate this piece that's going to go on the inside. So we're going to glue all these bits on first. That's 2, 3. That. And then this is the 4th one. Like so. That's done. Let's see. I think I might use some paper for the inside as well. Just going to use this. The one that I did earlier, this one, this is just like 1 centimetre wide, and I put it on both sides. I'm going to do exactly the same again. So I'm going to glue them on and then trim them. Or you could just do one side. Or you could do top and bottom.
So that's you putting them onto the white.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can stamp on there if you want to. It's really up to you. But I think I don't know. I think I'll put 2 bits on. that. Trim them off. And then that will get glued onto there. Now this piece for the inside of the card, you kind of want it so that it's in directly behind this middle flat bit. So if you open up the card, glue the back. Place it face down in that middle portion, making sure it's not going over the score line. And then simply close the card on it. It should be in the right place.
Yeah.
So you can't see it when the two flaps are open. Yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
And then the last thing we have to do, apart from decorating, is to decide where you want to put this on your card front. And you're simply going to glue the ends to these two panels. So you could just open it up so that those two panels are flat. So you know you're not gluing anything to the thing underneath. But it also depends on where you want to put your focal point. So I went for the middle because my focal point was quite large and I wanted it to be in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
On this one, I might actually put it to one side so that it's like that. But it does mean that what this is only going to be fixed to that panel. So it's not much of it's going to get fixed, whereas if you put it in the middle, there's a lot more that you can actually fix to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It does.
Now, where do I want to put it? I don't really want it over there. I'm going to go in the middle. So as I said, you just need to put the glue on the top piece and the bottom piece.
Yeah.
Like that. And then try and find the centre. So I know it's 10.5. So it needs to go. Say, there. Just using my grid paper to help line it up. Maybe not. Move it a little bit. I think that's better. So that's going to be like that. And then the rest is up to you as to how you want to decorate it. So I'm going to turn off, I'm going to pause the recording for the time being. Okay, so we are ready to share our cards. So Tricia, do you want to go first?
Okay.
Let me spotlight you.
I've gone back to the old hydrangea haven.
Ooh,
Oh,
As you can see,
pretty.
it's gone rather over the top with the wink of Stella.
That's
oh, it's
okay.
lovely.
It's your wink of Stella.
This is true. To be honest, I squeezed it and too much came out.
Oh,
So you have to
right,
spread
yes.
it about a bit.
That
And
easily happens, doesn't it?
knock
Oh,
on
that's
the
pretty.
envelope as well. So
Yeah.
Nice.
That's come out really nice.
Very nice.
yeah, I'm quite pleased with
Right.
that. I haven't got a greeting on it yet till I decide who's going to get it.
Right. Angie.
Oh, so I've gone off piece. So I've done my landscape because I haven't done one of these before.
Okay.
So I have done it landscape that way.
Right.
And hang on my bit. So I've done.
Yep.
Can you see?
Yes, that's it.
And
Stay
then-
there. Don't move.
I'm moving.
You're
And
fine.
then the inside bit, I've just put some butterflies in there
Oh,
on that rather
pretty.
than put
Oh, that's
Um,
Very
lovely.
yeah.
sweet.
paper on or anything. So
Okay.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
That's
Thank you.
turned out nicely.
there's
Yes.
lots of winking on that.
Oh, yes. We've got to do winking, haven't we? Let's face it. Okay, so here's my card from this afternoon.
Lovely,
Really effective.
like that.
And there are some embellishments there, but you can only see that one
Oh, it's
when the
lovely.
card is closed, and then the inside is like that. And as I said, you
Oh,
could
that's lovely.
always put
Mm.
strips like here in and fill that space as well if you feel like you need something extra on the inside, but it's really
Yeah.
up to you.
That's true.
So that was the one, and then that was the one that I had as my sample.
That's
Nice.
lovely.
So next
Lovely.
week is it's actually our last one for the month, isn't it? Thinking about it, because the week after is bank holiday.
Yep.
So so next week will be another fun fold. So I
Lovely.
guess I will see you at 4:30 for the next craft and chat, and then obviously we also have Card and a Cuppa, not this coming Wednesday, but the following. So so that's it. So have a good week and take care. I'm just going to stop this.